our audio 100% works.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why don't we double and triple and quadruple check, motherfucker?
We're good.
Is Bob's work?
Does Bob's work? Penis.
For China.
Do you guys hear it?
No.
Do I hear? Should I listen?
Hello?
Listen to the mic.
It's not working.
Who's this Mike guy?
What the fuck does he want? So it works.
100%.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know if the internet can handle another one.
I personally couldn't handle another one, you cocksucker.
I told people to fuck off.
Hey,
did you know there's a
No, I didn't know there's a problem.
No, dickhead. Read the fucking bio. I was a little short with people. I'm sorry.
I just... Bob was having a week.
I'm going to pre-apologize to everyone.
Bob was having a week. It was a good week, though.
I had a couple people where they're like, no, I didn't mean anything. I'm like, I know. You're just the 1000th person to ask about the audio.
The first 10, I was like, oh yeah, and then after that, I saw the flood, and I'm like, dude, I can't do anything.
I can't check these for 2 or 3 days.
I can't do anything about this. It was a mistake by Shane, and whenever
100%.
bro, what am I supposed to say? It wasn't my fucking fault. I just show up.
What was the funniest thing about it is like it wasn't that bad, but when that fucking lawnmower and that weed whacker came through,
that was terrible.
I went to those parts. I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
But at the same rate, it was a really great podcast. There was some really insightful things in there, and that's exactly why I'm so mad at Shane about it, was because I said some really great stuff.
He did.
No, I mean, nobody beats themselves up more than the person that caused the problem or is the one that made the mistake whenever something happens here. And Shane took full responsibility and accountability for everything that occurs.
Yep. My bad.
Yep.
You're good.
Big dick stuff. I would also like to congratulate Shane on making it to his 29th year of life.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Really
Thank
good
you.
job on that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff.
It was a long road.
Yeah.
Like nothing bad happened to you. You didn't get fired from here.
Nope.
Like, I mean, you're back, and then we fire you, and you're back, and
That happens.
Yeah.
but good job, 29.
Thanks.
Does it
Happy
feel any different
birthday.
than 28?
No,
No.
not yet.
Usually doesn't. 30 doesn't either. It's just a number. Age is just a number.
Yep.
That's the saying, right?
It's just a number. Yep.
Yeah. I'm approaching 40, so I don't know. It's making me feel a little weird.
30's the new 20.
Bro, as I've gotten older, like I'm 37, or I'll be 37 here in a month.
Yep.
So, like, I don't feel any different. I don't. Like, in my head, I still, like, think all the same things I thought were funny when I was 16 are still funny today. You know what I mean? I have more responsibility, so I'm like, I am much more reserved. It's really fucking with my head, by the way. Not doing dumb shit. That's been a problem over the past year and a half, is like calming down and not doing dumb shit. I really love that stuff.
I know.
I like just doing fucked up shit. Like, I thrive on it. I thrive on doing things that are over the top intense. And you know, I never thought that way about myself. Like, as a kid, I was always like, I'm a little timid and things like that. And like, now that I'm getting older and I'm in this position, I'm like, no, I'm not really. I like to do fucked up shit. I fucking love it. And everybody listening to the podcast right now is probably like, dude, do you listen to yourself talk?
Yeah.
Do you listen to your stories?
You just found this out.
What are you talking about? But no, I don't feel any different. Like, I have
I feel like I did when I was 18 mentally.
I whenever people were like, oh, like high school, I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude, high school was 20 years ago. 20 years ago.
It makes me rethink how like when I hear my dad say like stupid shit, I'm like, God, like why is he saying that at his age? It's because he felt like he was 18 when he was 45, and like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. Now I totally get it.
I know, it's wild.
Now, like when my dad like fucks off, like now I know. I'm like, oh, he still feels like I do. Like,
yeah, like it's crazy. That is wild. And you still have the blips. You still have those blips of judgment. You still have those blips of like dumb shit. You still have all those blips. And even though like you're 30, 40, 50, it still occurs. It is crazy. I will say this, like celebrities. When celebrities like fuck up or do something and people are like, oh my God, look at them. It's kind of like, bro, did you look in the mirror? Did you look at your degenerate self?
right.
So whenever I see whenever somebody like, quote unquote fucks up or does something, it's like they had literally had a blip in judgment or like they just made a mistake. But it's in such a limelight and such all this shit that it's like, holy Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. That's nuts.
I think it's funny those memes that like people are on the couch watching sports and someone doesn't catch a ball and they're like, fucking idiot.
Fucking loser.
I would have choked him out. Okay.
The MMA stuff.
Yeah, the MMA ones are really funny.
Yeah, it's
Or the Miss America shit. The dude sitting
Oh,
on the couch
yeah.
eating fucking Cheetos.
it's
She's too skinny.
it is it's crazy the judgment and the constant judgment and constant review of everything. It's a scary time because that's even in bodybuilding, like that's become such a big thing is the review and the judgment. And in the news, like the only way to get people to watch the news was if you said Trump. All of a sudden fucking ratings skyrocket. They're like, yeah, let's watch this, whether you liked him or not. And there's certain things like whether you like something or not, like it can attract people. And I'm like, man, like it's just a constant, like, I don't know. It fucks with me because I look at it, I'm like, so like all you do is review other people's shit. Like that's what we search the internet for now. And it's like, are you doing anything worth being reviewed? Are you doing anything with your life like worth anything? And if you're not being reviewed, then the answer is no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a weird thing to look at because the only things that are being reviewed are worth being reviewed, so that's the only relevance that they have. And it's fucked up because it's not good for mentalities. Because I look at people and I'm like, man, like do something cool. But then all the people that are super famous and get all the views are people that just review things. Like I'm going to review this song for the first time. Like, what do you mean?
Well, you're going to tell me what you think of it? Please, let me hear it.
Wow. Like, what about your internal feelings about what you think of something, about what you believe that it brought to you? Like, whenever you listen to a song or watch a video or follow somebody that's you deem inspiring, like they're supposed to make you feel a certain way. Whenever you read a book, you're supposed to pull something from it yourself. It's for you. Like you should be absorbing those things and then looking at your life and how you can take what you've just felt and internalized and apply it to your life to become better. It's wild times.
Yep.
Yeah, it's important. And I think that's what people get from us. You know, the All-American Roughneck, whenever we started this company, the whole goal with All-American Roughneck was to make the hardworking American family man cool again. Like that's what it was based on. American, hardcore, traditional values. Work hard, take care of your family, support your community, and be a good motherfucker. And not a good person, a good motherfucker. That motherfucker was such a staple with us. Because at that time in our lives when we first started it, and even today, it's like, I don't want some pussy-ass namby-pamby bullshit. I want you to face fuck the day and do it with like a smile on my face like I'm doing now. Because there's a time to be kind. There's a time to be generous. There's a time to be compassionate. And then there's time to be a fucking savage. And that's what we stand for. That's what we stood for whenever we first started the fucking company, and that's what we stand for right now. You could be kind, generous, compassionate, lend out a hand, help somebody when they need it, be charitable, but also look somebody dead in the eye and say, step the fuck up, motherfucker. You got to do the work. Like that's what we embody.
Yeah, and I mean, in that mentality, like it exists. It exists across the board. You know, like we've been meeting some really great people as of lately that are absolute savages in their own right. They
Yes.
may not say motherfucker and refer to themselves as motherfuckers, but when they hear us describe them as such, they're like, "Man, I'm kind of fucking honored that you said that about me because I am a savage."
Yes.
You know, and that goes for white collar, blue collar. It's everywhere, and everyone knows what we're talking about.
Yes.
Even if it's not you, you know someone in your life. You're like, yeah, that's that dude that always fucking stuck up for me at work. He doesn't take any shit.
Nope.
Yep.
And that was because nobody was making that cool. Nobody was making being a hardworking motherfucker cool. Whether your hands were fucking dirty, beaten, calloused, rough, or soft as a fucking baby's ass because all you do is work on a computer all day. That doesn't mean you're a fucking pussy. Like, the whole concept of what we built was based upon just having the shit. Being a hardworking motherfucker. And as we've progressed through this, we've met so many people. And it's young, it's old, people that have gone from people that have in life I guess transitioned from being a young man that was going through some shit and just being a fuck off to all of a sudden, like, a couple years have went by and they're like, man, I found all your stuff. I saw it on the internet, but I never really watched it because it wasn't really towards me. And then they realized that, oh no, it was towards you. They found the girl that they're supposed to be with. They got their girl pregnant and realized, hey, I kind of got to get my shit together. Found us and they're like, I'm that motherfucker. That's who I want to be. And they strive to be that person. People that have quit their jobs and went and did cool things. People that just have just continued to better themselves in life. It's been quite the ride.
Yeah.
But no, everything that I see that I kind of get a little fucking worked up over on the internet is based on the fact that I just wish people would take more upon themselves to do better for themselves rather than judge, rather than review, rather than go through all that bullshit. Do something in your life to uplift and just become better. I don't know how else to put it.
Well, with what you said, all the review bullshit and everything else in between. I mean, I could get on here and bitch and complain about how much I hate Instagram and the shit that goes on there. But, I mean, what we've done best since we started these brands and have been on the internet and have been talking to all you guys is that it's way better to get on and inspire and tell our story and inspire your story because I'm not getting anything out about bitching about other people or bitching about what's going on.
No,
You know, and for people that don't necessarily have that like savage mentality or the mentality we had when we started this brand, or they didn't have anyone around them in their life to like inspire that.
Sure.
I mean, they used us, they used our channel, they used our message to, like, we were surrounding them. And then, I mean, that's where it all starts. And then you start to be this person in your own life. And what I'm getting at is we're starting to surround ourselves with absolute savage people. And it's not that we're out seeking for them or looking for them. They're finding us. They're reaching out to us.
Yeah.
And we're talking to them, and we're like, man, I'm gonna fucking hate this guy. And we're like, man, I really like this dude.
Kind of don't hate him.
You know, he's a savage in his own right, and it's like, it's crazy how literally you attract what you are.
We started this with that mentality. Mm-hmm. It still is just ingrained in us. No matter how many millions of dollars these companies make and how many millions we make, still dressing the same, still have the same mentality, still have a little bit of a big chip on my shoulder, all these things. What we have built and what we have done with our companies is not easy to do. Mm-mm. It's super easy to be a fuck off. It is super easy. It's super easy to make money and lose money. It's very difficult to build a foundation and then have bigger aspirations for building things incredibly large. What I'm getting at with this, like Bob had said, we're meeting with so many people on how to do things on a level that is astronomical. And we didn't actually know what we were building in the beginning other than just wanting to make fucking the hardworking traditional family man cool again. Mm-hmm. Make that guy cool, make dads cool, make moms cool, make people that whatever they are doing, do it with fucking pride because you matter in your community. Whether a motherfucker says you do or not, you matter. And with our mentality, we've attracted all these different people. Whatever you're doing in your life, if you do it with your absolute fucking best, you will attract people over time. You will push away, just like a magnet, you will push away anybody that doesn't match up with you. They will just leave. They will not be around. Mm-hmm. And then you will attract like-minded people. Mm-hmm. It will occur. There will be times whenever you feel alone. There will be times whenever you're like, motherfucker, I'm having a pretty hard time. Like, I've been busting my ass for fucking months. I'm starting to drive myself crazy. I feel alone. You're having problems at home because you're always thinking about how you can do something in your life better. You're not sleeping well. And then you'll have those days, those blips of greatness where all that hard work that you're doing is paying off. Whenever you get the phone call from, all of a sudden you get 10 phone calls in a row because of all the work that you've been doing with your small business, whether it be a handyman service or a plumbing service or construction or whatever you're doing, all of a sudden this influx happens and you're like, oh fuck, there it is. Those fucking months of absolute just grinding, and you see a financial freedom opportunity where you're able to grow your company, your bank account, do things with your family that every day, 10 hours a day when you're painting that fucking wall, you're like, you know, if I keep this up and keep doing a good job, I'm going to be able to go on that vacation with my significant other. We're going to go to Nemacolin. I'm going to fuck her in the hot tub. It's going to be great. All these things that you're thinking about while you're painting that fucking wall over and over. It pays off. Those are things that we dreamt about, we talked about every day, and they actually occur. And we've been grinding at this for fucking almost 6 years.
I saw something come up on my Facebook, like a memory. It was 11 years ago. It was yesterday.
Oh, bitch.
And I used to just post these obscure, like, one-line things on Facebook. I don't know why. It's just, I think that was the thing at the time. And it just said, going through the motions. It was 11 years ago. Man. And that's exactly what I was doing then. It's taken me 11 years to get to the person I am today. Like, it hasn't just been the last 5 or 6 because I was grinding for 5 or 6 years before we started these businesses. It might have been not at the level we're at, but fuck, like, for my age, I was working harder than anyone my age. I knew that. So, like, looking back 11 years ago, yeah, I was going through the motions. I was hating my life. I was fucking fat, out of shape, not making money. My wife was taking care of everything under the sun for me. I made no money. I worked at Gold's Gym making $6 or $7 an hour and just going through the motions. But this shit is not overnight. It's taken me 11 years I'm still figuring it out, but 11 years to get to this point, and I still have a few days a week where I doubt it, where I feel broken, where I feel run into the fucking ground. I'm questioning the time I spend on certain things. And then there's, like you said, there's that moment where you're like, when a big project gets wrapped up, or you see like an AAR release goes up and it just murders it, and our team murders it, and it's like, or I have a horrible week of workouts, and then I finally sleep Friday night and I kill it Saturday morning. It's these little moments that add up and what keep this big process churning.
And that's what I want people to understand about it all, because when we started, it wasn't big. Whenever you started grinding, like you said, like 8 years ago, you finally 7 years ago started putting your fucking nose to the grindstone a little more, wanting a little more, but then just constantly getting impeded. You'd see brick walls, you'd see obstacles, and you're like, Jesus Christ, just got over one yesterday, and there's another one in front of me. Like, those are things that constantly occur. And I want people to understand that whatever it is that you want to do in life, whether it be get a promotion at your job, buy a home, put your kid through a school because she's a fucking genius, be able to buy a boat because you and your son love going fishing, buy a nicer bass boat, not a hand-me-down, but maybe something new. All those things are very possible. You are the only one that can do anything about it. You're going to need a support system, with your wife, your significant other. You need that. You need those things, but if you don't do the work, it doesn't occur. And along the way, like I understand what the process means, is because that process is so wonderful, because along the way you're daydreaming about all of those things that you're working for. I was daydreaming about the vacation. I'm daydreaming about the new kitchen in my home. I'm daydreaming about the vacation. I'm daydreaming about, where just opportunities for my children. And then whenever those things actually occur, I cherish them, and I don't post a lot about them. I actually don't post anything about them.
Yep.
I just kind of enjoy them, internalize them myself, because it was something that I had to work for that damn near broke me, and I'm going to enjoy it myself. And those are things that I believe everybody should do. Those are things on how you get better. And like you said, like, we still have those days where we are it is some rough times. But without those rough times, like, you won't do anything extravagant. Those rough times are literally needed, because you're pushing yourself way past the point that you would like to go. I believe that, like, you have to do those things. It's the same with training, whether you're running, bodybuilding, Ironman, whatever it is, whatever you're doing. If you're not having workouts that are literally straining your body and questioning what you're doing, are you really training?
Right.
Are you really working if your life is just hunky-dory every day? Are you really actually doing anything? If you're not mentally challenging yourself with your work, then what the fuck are you doing? If you're a carpenter, you're not just perfect every day. You're going to look for things to challenge your skills. Hone in on your craftsmanship. Go to the next level. Because if you just keep putting up the same fucking crown mold every day, it's kind of like, it's nice. No, bitch. You should be doing something extravagant. You should get excited about a really difficult, intricate job, because it's going to challenge you. And after you're done, after you fucking motherfucked everything 25 times, all that shit, you're going to take pictures and be like, hey, babe, you should see this kitchen I just did. It's fucking awesome. You should suck my dick because it's so good. Like, in our heads as men, that's what we think, because we did such a good job. Our significant others were so excited to tell her or our best friends or anybody how cool what we did is. That's your craftsmanship, and you should take pride in it, and you should continue to push yourself. That's what we embody. That's what the all-American roughneck is. It is that. You completely embody being a hardworking motherfucker, because that's the American way that we were raised upon. That's what it was. You're free to do what you want, and you better do it to the best of your fucking ability. Because being here in America, it is so unique that you should cherish every fucking opportunity you get, because it is beautiful. And with freedom, you will be able to do anything. I love it.
Yeah, that you can literally buy your freedom with hard work.
Yes.
Because that's I mean, you like you said, like that, those daydreams.
They're important.
Bro, I daydreamed as a kid, as a teen, as getting my first job, dreaming every day about driving a nice car.
Is that not wild?
Bro, I was a car guy my whole life without ever, like, before I even could drive a car. And you know, now that I'm in the position to be able to have those things, this is where my mentality's at with it all. Like, material things are great. They're not for everyone. Some people can't stand the fact of them.
Yeah.
It drives me.
Sure.
And I think what it is there hasn't been a daydream in my life so far that I haven't been able to get and achieve. And they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger because I can keep working for them, and then I get them. And I've gotten them every single time. Every single time I've said to Kim, hey, is this what we really want? We really want to get up and move to Pittsburgh? I'll get us to Pittsburgh. You want that? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, then I'm not going to stop till we're in Pittsburgh. I didn't stop till we were in Pittsburgh. Moved to Pittsburgh. Didn't like where we were living. Not enough space. I was like, babe, you want us to get into a house? She's like, we need to get into a bigger house. I was like, okay.
Here it goes.
4 months later, we're in a fucking house. Anything that I can think up in this fucking head, I'm able to achieve. Can literally do anything. Anything. Fuck, I'm running Ironman. Dude, it's like, seriously, there is not a fucking thing on this planet that every single person is not capable of doing.
That's the one thing that the Iron Man thing is where people listening and anybody need to pay attention, because knowing you previously to be it was like the pictures in 2016 of taking pictures of first AAR release, right, all those things in the beginning of 16, late 15, and then now, you know, from a standpoint of working and making money, that's one thing, and you hear a lot of people say it. Yes, all those things are true, but then whenever you said, like, anything that I'm putting my mind to, I'm able to achieve. So all that financial stuff, usually that's one part of people's lives. You know what I mean? But then to be able to take the next step and say, well, physically, I also am able to, I run Ironmans, and I'm not just completing them.
No.
Now it's this, what you're doing now is fucking next level. So not only have you done that from a business perspective, but now the physicality of your life and all of it, and investing the same mentality, the same shit into that, it's some serious shit. And it's kind of the opposite for me. I did the bodybuilding first.
Yep.
The bodybuilding was like, yeah, motherfucker, watch me. You ain't gonna break me. You're not. You're just fucking not gonna break me. I will fucking go. And it will be intense, and along the way, I'm probably gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, because whenever my mentality was, I was broke. I had no money. I had nothing. And I knew I had something that was worth it. So I did it. Great. Become a pro bodybuilder, all of that. Problem was, wasn't really making any money. I was at the mercy of everyone else. So then it was like, I have to take all of those things that I learned in bodybuilding and transition it into business.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, guess what? It fucking worked. You just have to be willing to put yourself in just holy fuck moments.
You literally go to the end every time.
You have to.
Every day.
You have to. And we still do it to this day. For God's sakes, the size that we are is unreal. And we stress ourselves out constantly. We put ourselves in these positions that never-ending challenge. And it's the whole purpose of it all. You're supposed to, and I think everybody loves it. Like, I look at, like, we have our new release on Thursday. I look at this bag, like, cool, look, it's awesome opaque bag for our brand new hoodies that we've been working all fucking year on. The bag alone took a lot of work.
So
the
much
bag
fucking
alone,
time.
So, whenever you see things like this, whenever you see companies get to the next level or start doing cool shit that you've been a part of, like you've all been a part of us, it's it's nonstop. We're not stopping. Even though it doesn't matter how much the money is great, it's wonderful, but we all understand that we're all like, okay, like we thought it was just about money at one point. We're like, fuck yeah, be great just to be able to be financially free. Well, yeah, then you get financially free and you're like, oh, well, yeah, but I still want to do cool shit. I still want to do some intense, incredible things. And along the way, what we're doing is showing people that you are capable of doing it too. We're just two podunk motherfuckers that had drive. We worked together broke. We didn't make any money together. We made money together and then decided, like in the beginning, dude, I said anything I do from this point on, if this works, you'll get fucking half of everything I ever do.
Yep.
So that was part of that being a good motherfucker. You know how many people would have did the opposite and fucked you over? A lot.
Yep.
Because we hear about it all the time from business partners and people fucking people over. And it's just, it'll never not amaze me. I don't think it will not amaze me.
No, I mean, the faith we had in each other
It was wild.
I mean, and I think us being in like a very similar position to start, like broken on different levels.
Yeah, but
you know,
still fucking there.
But it's those situations when we really built our relationship together. All we had was faith in one another.
That's it.
All I had was I needed to 100% depend on you, and you had to 100% depend on me, and that's all I knew. What was right at the time. That's all I knew.
And I think there's a lot of people at time right now in their lives with everything going on in the world that have similar feelings. Like there's a lot. I mean, I know because we see the fucking messages.
Yep.
There are opportunities around every fucking corner. And we've been whole dicking this motherfucker since day one. Like you think about it, we never let off the gas pedal.
No.
We never. Mm-mm. No. I could not do it on my own, and you could not do it on your own. We needed each other, and that's why it's just, it never will not amaze me. And then to stop and look around where we are right now. Like, we're in great positions. It's phenomenal. We have all these companies, everybody listening, employees out the fucking ass, needing more people, meeting people that are fucking international moguls, and just sitting around going, holy fuck, dude. To think, we're coming on the point, November 21st of 2015, whenever you and I sat down with one fucking notebook, little fucking notepad, and had ideas on. To think that was the start of everything that we have now. Mm-hmm. And the mentality that I saw in every single person that I was meeting in oil and gas, construction, heavy highway, production, looking at my dad, Jeff Galia, Ralph Hemphill, all these people that had such an influence on my mentality. And I sat and I'm like, these are some of the greatest people I've ever met in my entire life. And they deserve to be known as some of the coolest, baddest motherfuckers that are on the planet. Lo and behold, there's millions of them. Millions of them, and they're not just from America. We are the all-American Roughnecks. And our mentality was built upon the traditions that I grew up in, my house. And it's everywhere throughout the whole world. It's everywhere. The mentality is what this is all about. Whenever you wear a hat, whenever you wear a shirt, whenever you wear anything from us, that's what you're buying. That's what you're representing. And it is the fucking coolest thing in the world, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I'm so proud to be a co-founder in this, because whenever I look at it now, whenever I look at the things that we're designing, the things that our design team now, we got a fucking team of people designing. Mm-hmm. Whenever I look at it, I look and I say to myself, I would legitimately buy these things off the shelf. I'd buy them off a shelf. Because the reason that I wanted to start this was because I was traveling and I was always wearing a hat. And I was wearing a Carhartt hoodie, or I was wearing anything. And I'm like, I'd like something that represented like more of me. I'd like something that I could go and purchase that I like. There's a representation of me. And there wasn't. I wasn't seeing it anywhere on shelves because I would stop and I was all over the tri-state area. And that's the ideas I came to you with. And now whenever you wear an HWMF shirt or a hat and people are like, what's that stand for? And you're like, hardworking motherfucker. They're like, where'd you get it? The internet. I think I'd like one. Yeah. And, you and I are notorious for doing this. This is why we always have a couple hats. Even if they're used in the truck, they're, a couple times worn.
Yep.
Like, we have countless stories of us telling each other that nobody else hears about. I gave a hat to a guy today.
Yep.
He saw my hat and he thought it was cool. And he's like, where'd you get that? You're like, it's actually my company. And he's like, what's that stand for? Just a cool look. Hardworking motherfucker.
Yep.
No shit, that's what that stands for. Yeah. I think I'd like one.
Yep. Delivery guy delivered furniture
Just
to
the
my
other day.
house. Yep. Gave him my fucking hat off my head.
Yeah.
Because he was going to Bike Week in Ocean City, Maryland. And he liked my hat. I was like, wear this in Ocean City, Maryland this weekend, dude.
Fuck yeah.
He's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I wore this like twice. And he's like, man, this just made my day. Because he hated coming to my house.
Hated it.
Couldn't get up the driveway.
But those are things that just, I love it.
Yeah.
And super intense. We are the grinders of this company.
I get off on those feelings. Like those feelings are more rewarding than anything in my life. And you don't have to own a big brand like we do to have that same rewarding feeling.
No.
I mean, you don't even have to. It could just be you doing your thing at work every day.
Yes.
But because of the people you work around, and you're a good person to them, and you just don't make their day a living hell, like that's enough to feel rewarded. Be like, man, like I was in such a bad mood today, but Bobby was in such a good mood. Like he lifted our spirits up, and
that's that magnetic
it's
shit.
Like, yeah, like I should be nicer to this guy. Then you get home and you're nicer to your wife because you didn't have a shit day because someone treated you well at work. It's like this constant circle.
It is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It's all cliche fucking bullshit, but it's all the fucking 100% truth.
Yes.
Human beings are built on simplistic mindsets. Like just be good, work hard, and love your life. Like literally, like what am I trying to say? Like caveman-like instincts.
Bro, we are
like nothing groundbreaking.
The simplest motherfuckers. Whenever you take like something that you would believe is an intricate thing and then break it down into its simplest form, it always goes back to like just like for me, cutting grass.
Yep.
What do you people be like, I don't like cutting grass. Be like, I fucking love it. Okay, so if you don't like cutting grass, you need to find somebody that loves cutting grass. I can't do computer work like Shane does, or you do. So if I can't do it, but we both have something to offer, we can get things done in a way as long as we respect the other position of that person. Very simple.
Yeah.
It's not intricate. Business, as we're continuing to learn, business is not difficult, but it's fucking hard. It's super difficult, but it's not. You just break things down. Keep breaking it down. And then whenever you get to the root of it all, you're like, oh, right?
Literally life is, it's just you making the decision to do it or to not do it. Like that's really when it comes down to.
Yeah, that is the hard part. You just said it. Making the decision.
Yeah.
Making the decision. Like
when something hard comes in front of you, you're like, okay, I can either not do this at all, or I'm going to work really hard and get it done and move on.
Yep.
And 9 times out of 10, like a lot of people like...
Do you think that so you've made a lot of hard decisions. We all do.
Yeah.
People do. But whenever you see something happening that is profound, people are amazed by it. They're amazed by it. And it's like, you have to make the decision to do something profound. But whenever you break it down, it's just in the small decisions you make throughout the whole entire day.
Yep.
Like talking to Jeremy Potvin about, bro, you placed top 5 at the Olympia multiple times.
Yep.
Like, how'd you do it? Well, I just make a list of everything that I need to complete for the day, and then I do that. Really. That's it. That's all you got for me. You don't have anything groundbreaking or anything. No. I eat what I'm supposed to eat, and then I assess how it looked, and then I train what I'm supposed to train, and I assess my training, and then I sleep when I need to sleep, and I assess my sleep. It's like constantly just checking things off, but it sounds simplistic, and it is. But like you're like, okay, well, what am I supposed to eat now? Well, you're going to eat 6 ounces of fish and seven fucking asparagus spears. Oh, so it's not that easy. No, it is. That's what you eat. That's what you're eating. I can't eat anything else. No. So it's going to be hard. Yes. But if you want what I have...
It's also really simple. This is all you have to do. Just eat the fish. It's that easy.
But it's those decisions, and I think that it's... we constantly stress ourselves out, and what I get back to is the constant review. Whenever you're constantly reviewing everything, you sometimes believe that you're not good enough. Or you can't do something because we're ripping apart somebody who's doing something absolutely fucking profound.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me and my coach were just talking about that same thing. Like, it's funny that, Jeremy was saying how he just makes a list and does those things every day.
Checks it off.
Well, my coach these next 4 weeks, my objective is just to keep checking boxes. That's what she says. Keep checking boxes. Yeah, each of those boxes on my calendar are a workout, and it's broken down by this, and this, and they're getting more intense, and their paces are up, and rest times are down, and workouts are stacked multiple times a day. But she's like, you just have to go through and check these boxes off. And it's the mentality with like say you have an 8-month goal, whether that's training for an Ironman or just 8 months of hard work at your job to see if you can get that promotion finally, like right before the holiday, do something great. You need to start writing out these things that you need to do daily and weekly to get to those goals. And at the end of the week, look at all those check boxes, and you're like, okay, I checked off 5 of the 10. Well, checking off the 5 of the 10 isn't going to get me to complete an Ironman. No. It's not, because I know a dozen people on the internet right now that just checked all 10 out of 10. They started their new week, and like, they're faster, they're stronger, they're getting ahead of me at work.
They are better. They're
better than me.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next week you checked out 8 of the 10, because literally 2 of those boxes, life just got in the fucking way.
Yeah.
Something with the kids, something with the wife, they're home sick, you had to take a half day at work, fucked up all of your shit. But then the next week you have a 10 out of 10. Or you might have added 2 more things because you checked them all off and you had that extra time to stay a couple hours after work, or to do those extra stretches after your workout that you always skip. And bro, if you look at my month of fucking September, I am 29 out of 31 green checked boxes, and 2 of them life got in the way, and life was work those days. I chose work because we have a big goal for the end of the year, and I like to keep it all. I want all my big goals. If I miss one of them, I miss all of them.
It's the process. That's part of this all. That's part of the journey. That's part of the big picture that you're achieving for your life goal. Because at the end of the day, we daydream about concepts. And then as we go through them and check the boxes and win or fail or whatever it may be, like, we get to actually enjoy it. That's part of living. That's part of it all.
Yep.
And sometimes people take it well, sometimes people take it not so well. There's times whenever I took things not so well in my life. And I look back and I'm like, man, you stupid fucker. But that's okay, because you're supposed to continue to go through things, and you're supposed to live, and you're supposed to experience them. And just because you fucked up once doesn't mean you're going to fuck up forever. And just because you won once doesn't mean you're going to win forever. The process is the fun part. And if you grind, if you put all you got into it, if you whole dick that motherfucker, I promise you, win or lose, you will be gaining great things from it. You will. You will. I enjoy it.
I love it.
I thrive on it, and I just know that, like I said, whenever we started this conversation, I now completely understand that I am a fucking wild person. I love the adrenaline bullshit. I love those things that make me feel alive, whether they're good or bad. I love them. And it's something that whenever I see other people do wild, incredible things in their life, it excites me to a point where I'm no longer like, yeah, I want to do that. I'm like, fuck yeah, that dude feels incredible right now. Like Nick Walker.
Dude.
Right now, Nick Walker, there are two people. There's two different sides to Nick Walker. People that absolutely love him and then people that absolutely hate him. Okay? And there's this whole constant review and judgment upon Nick for him looking like a fucking mutant. And then his varicose veins in his legs, and him just not looking perfectly aesthetic, and all these old school bodybuilders ripping him the fuck apart. And then all the new school people that are just like, fuck you guys, this and that. And I'm on the new school side of things because I'm like, guys, how are we not appreciating everything that this young man is achieving, whether you like it or not?
Yeah.
Whether you like his physique or not, and whether you think that Nick's going to die or people ripping him apart because of his varicose veins and all the this and that, Nick is literally living his life and achieving things that people in the bodybuilding industry have strived to achieve their entire fucking lives. Nick is fucking checking things off one after another. And you guys aren't taking it well because you don't like the way he looks, or you think he's killing himself, or you think he's hurting himself. Nick don't give a fuck. Nick is living.
He's outworking everyone.
He is.
Yep.
And I fucking love it because I remember before the motherfucker turned pro, I'm like, hey, dude. I was like, do you and be the freak and just outwork everything you can. And I know his coaches and his whole family, his mom and his dad. I remember meeting him at Natural Body in fucking 18. I think it was 2018. Yeah, it was 2018 or 2019. I met his mom and dad, and they fucking love their son. They want to see him do incredible things. They're at all of his fucking shows. How can you not love that? How can you not love that? Whether you fucking like the way he looks or not. There is somebody that is putting all of it on the line. All of it. He's not leaving one fucking thing. He's not checking one. He's not checking a box. He's not doing what he wants to do with his life. He is achieving things in one of the most fucking insane, crazy fucking industries. He's doing things that other people have never achieved. They strive for it. And he's just fucking long dicking it.
Yep.
Long dicking it. Long dicking it. How can you not think that's cool? I love it. I think it's incredible. I think all the old school bodybuilders, they're just ripping them apart, saying this and that. It's like, bud, go cry me a fucking river. Cry me a fucking river. Keep fucking whining. It's just, okay, here's how I think about this, getting a little excited. All those people that are bitching about Nick Walker winning, okay? All of them bitching about Nick Walker winning. Saying, oh, he doesn't look aesthetic. He's not the way it should be. Okay. This is what bodybuilding and open class bodybuilding has evolved into. There are 4 male divisions. There's open class 212, classic physique, and physique. There's 4 fucking classes, everybody. Why are you bitching at the athlete? Why are you bitching at the athlete? He's the one that just fucking won. He won the New York Pro and the Arnold in the same fucking year. And you're bitching at him about how he looks, how he should go back to the drawing board. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you cunts go and bitch to the fucking owners and the guys that run the fucking shows? Why don't you go fucking bitch at Jimmy Mannion? Why don't you go bitch at Tyler Mannion? Go tell them how they should be judging their shows. Go tell Steve Weinberger that Nick shouldn't have won. and you don't like the way he looks, rather than cry like a bitch online at Nick. Go bitch at the people that run the fucking shows and tell them how to do their job. Go tell them how to do their job.
See how that goes over.
I'm going to say that they're going to tell you to go fuck yourselves, you stupid little bastards. And you won't, because you just want to feel important on the internet and bitch at the guy that's literally putting everything on the fucking line to do and put on a goddamn show. That's what this is. It's an entertainment business. Put on a fucking show for people. Get people out of their daily lives and get excited about something. This is the most exciting fucking Olympia in years.
Yep.
He's a big part of that. He's a huge reason it's exciting. And people are bitching at him. Go bitch at fucking Jimmy Mannion. Go yell at Steve Weinberger and say he shouldn't have won. I'd love it. That's like bitching at me about recycling. You know how everybody's like, the plastic's ruining the oceans. Yeah, it is. What do you want me to do about it? I fucking put my garbage in the garbage can. I put my recycling shit in the recycling bin. I have the recycling company take my fucking recycling bins to their facilities. I give my trash to Waste Management. I put it all in there, and you're yelling at me about it. The news is yelling at me. News, why don't you yell at Waste Management? News, why aren't you yelling at the fucking recycling company? Or why are you yelling at the fucking company that's actually making this shit? But you're yelling at me. You're making me feel guilty about that. It's not my fault. I'm doing what you told me to do. I'm not littering. Yeah, there's fuck-offs, but okay, then let's get the community together to clean everything up and put it in the trash cans and then give it to the trash company. You know, the multi-billion-dollar trash company that fucking does all this fucking wild shit. Yeah, go yell at them. Investigate those cocksuckers because they're the ones that are dumping all this shit, right? Mm-hmm. It's a similar situation. You're bitching at the athlete. You're bitching at the people that are fucking putting it all on the line. Fuck you. Go bitch at the people that are in charge. Yeah.
Or just shut up and do something about it.
Or, yeah, do that. Yeah.
Go try to outwork Nick Walker.
And I get it, but that's the thing. There's 4 divisions. It's a fucking business. It's a business. Business. You guys... Man, I was going to say something really ignorant. I'm really glad I stopped myself.
Good
this
job.
Is a business. Getting older. I'm learning.
Yep, reserved.
This is a business. There's 4 different divisions. Gentlemen, do you know why there's 4 different divisions?
So you can look 4 different ways.
And make four different ways of money, you stupid fucks. If you like classic, that's why they have this thing called classic physique.
For you guys that like the classic look,
Yep. Do you know what?
go look at those guys.
Yeah. Do you know why there's an open class and why it is the open class? Because it's evolved into the wildest show on earth. The wildest show on earth. You saw Ronnie Coleman in his prime. Are you going to be like, Ronnie, you're too big? Fuck no, you're like, Ronnie, why don't you get bigger? Show up at the Olympia at like 320. That's what it's evolved into. And that's why there's other divisions, because we're shown to appreciate Chris Bumstead, Terrence Ruffin, Breon, Logan Franklin. That's why that's there. 212. You know what 212's for? Short guys. Mm-hmm. Yep. Short guys that still make it exciting, that are fucking wild to look at. And you know what it does? It helps grow the fucking industry and inspire millions of people to try and do the same. Same with physique. Physique may be in board shorts. Have you seen some of these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
They're massive.
Yep.
They need to fucking cut the shorts out, goddammit. Or get the motherfuckers out and put them in classic.
Some of them have crazy legs.
Bro, they're huge.
Yeah.
That one dude that Honey trains, Andre.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, bitch,
he's
you
big
you are no longer in fucking physique. Get the fuck out of there. Mm-hmm. Bitch, your arms are 21 inches. Get the fuck out of there. But what I'm saying is, like, that's why. Mm-hmm. And you're yelling at Nick Walker. What are you doing? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yeah. Go bitch at fucking Weinberger. Weinberger will literally kill you. He will bury you somewhere in New York in concrete. The lack of respect for it. Mm-hmm. Respect for the industry. Respect for what Mannion, when I say Mannion, I mean Jim. What Jim and Tyler And what Tyler is he's there. He's growing this brand internationally, and it's what they're doing. How can you not respect it? Even if you don't fucking like certain things, you got to respect it because they're the ones doing it. They're the ones doing the work. You're online sitting there in your fucking 1-bedroom apartment bitching. Fuck off. Do something about it. Why don't you create your own IFBB? Good luck. It's not going to work.
Oh.
Respect. The lack of respect. And I'm sitting here bitching and going through it all, but it irks me because I'm like, how are you so fucking one side minded about a situation and understand what you're watching is something absolutely incredible from a young man's mentality of doing something that he has dreamt about doing, and he is winning. He is succeeding. How do you not find that fucking incredible? The same with Bumstead. Look at what Bumstead's doing. It's fucking incredible. The man is putting it all on the line, doing something incredible. All of them. Everybody. You're a top 10 fucking Olympian, bro, you are in some shit. You are putting everything on the line. Everything. Whether they're fucking making big money or not, they're putting it all on the line. They're sacrificing so much. And you're going to sit there and fucking give him shit. I ain't got nothing for it.
No,
Suck my dick.
And it's fucking everything, dude. If everyone put the amount of energy you put into reviewing someone or bitching about something that didn't go your way, dude, it takes way more effort to bitch and complain about it than it does to actually just go do the shit and do the work. Like if you could just take, like, I can't stand when someone asks advice and I'm like, hey, do this. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I have time. Well, I had time to do it. I have time to do it every day. And I know your life is not as crazy as mine is.
Do you think that, I guess, yeah. Do you think that people are too, they believe that what they're doing is already difficult when it's not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like people that are pushing themselves or like doing something and it is difficult on them, and then they're doing it and they're like, man, it's already really hard. And it's like, but it's about to get harder. Like whenever you look at pro Ironmen.
Yeah.
Like you're working pretty hard, Bob.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
I want to chase them down.
And then whenever you look at them and you're like, holy fuck, oh my God. It's on a different level. But the process isn't, oh, I should give up now. Mm-hmm. The thought is I have to work harder for years to get there. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be 1 year.
No.
2 or 3.
No.
It's going to take years in order for you to get to these goals. Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of the fun.
Well, and I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
But there's one thing in the back of my mind, and that is I might get to their heels and I might not get past that. But I want to get as far as I fucking can on their heels. I want them to feel the pressure. I want to be able to pre-qualify for that status. Maybe I don't even ever get that status. But I'll be damned if I won't try year in and year out because, bro, I'm 32 years old. Some of these dudes in their prime are 36, 37, 38 years old. I mean, I have opportunity in different age groups to finally like prove myself, or in different races. Might be 70.3s might be my thing. Sprints might be my thing. You know, like I don't ever, how can I fault them for being amazing? You know, like it's inspiring to me. These dudes are incredible. The top 2 pro triathletes right now, the one wins everything he fucking steps foot in. The other one either doesn't finish the race or is in second place almost every fucking time. Every time for fucking years, dude, to the same dude. And every time after a race, yeah, I'm going to get him next time. It gives me fucking goosebumps, dude. Because the dude is so hungry. He's like, I know there's going to be one day where that guy is not at his 100%. And I'm at my 110.
He's a fucking first or last guy.
Oh, dude, it gets me fucking.
Is he the wild man of it all?
Yeah, his name is Lionel Sanders.
Okay.
anyone that doesn't know, most people don't know pro
No,
triathletes, but Google or YouTube Lionel Sanders and listen to his fucking mentality, and you're going to be like, holy fuck, this dude must win everything he does. And he doesn't, because he either breaks his body during the fucking race, or there's just someone that just out-nutritioned him.
He's in his head.
Oh, yeah.
And his head is stronger than pretty much everything else.
For sure. He holds a record for one of the fastest full Ironmans ever ran. He holds the record. It was like the lowest sub. It was like a 7-something for 140.6. He has the record, but hasn't touched anything since. That day was his, like, he always performs at like 100%. Mm-hmm. He performed at 110, 120 that day.
Okay.
Just had that fucking day.
He had a day.
Yep.
Man.
And like, dude, if that shit doesn't get you excited, my God. Like,
Well, and for anybody that's into bodybuilding, it's equating it to that one time that you see somebody just nail absolutely everything and they look absolutely insane and they're like, yes, I hit my fucking peak.
Yep.
If you hear a bodybuilder say they hit their peak, it's like, oh, you were fucking on.
Yep.
Like a top guy.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Like a Cutler 09. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, man. Phil Heath and fucking, I think it was like, I want to say 13 maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember if it was 11 or 13. And it's like, goddamn.
And these dudes too, man, like the genetics are unreal. Like these dude, that guy Lionel Sanders, he will perform on the bike pushing a 300 to 350 watt FTP, and his heart rate will be like 105.
Man.
110 at most, 115.
Bro, that used to be my resting heart
Bro,
rate.
when I'm pushing if I'm pushing 300, 400 watts on the bike, my heart rate is like 155, 160, 165, and I'm in shape,
So
dude.
mine will probably be like next to death.
Bro, it will be, you'll
200.
red line like 200. Fucking call the doctor, dude.
Bro, it's wild.
Yeah.
And that's what I guess the whole embodiment of this entire podcast was about was that.
And I like putting everything on the internet. I like showing I post my workouts not to be like, yeah, look how fast I was today. It's because the dude and myself a year and a half ago would have saw that and been like, man, I wish I could do something like that one day. And now I am that guy. Kim sent me a video yesterday of me on this day. Last year, I got done a 80-mile bike ride, and I had to run off the bike for 10 minutes. And I went out the front door of my farm, and I was hunched over, and I could barely walk. And at that time, I was questioning everything. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this race. And now a year later, I send that fucking video to my coach because she's like, hey, how are you feeling, man? Like, we're getting close. How do you feel? I was like, this was me a year ago today. And then I sent her a video of me running over the weekend. And she's like, oh, my God. She's like, it's not even you. She's like, it's not even you.
Yeah.
And everyone has that opportunity. You can do so much in 6 to 12 months for yourself. You can do so much. And even if it's not that dream of being a pro bodybuilder or an Ironman, or even if you are taking those steps to get there, look what I did in 1 year. You guys have been listening to us on this podcast since I started doing this. You've watched the journey. I'm not lying to anyone. You're seeing it's no lie. And on November 6th this fucking year, you're going to be all fucking, not amazed. You're going to be, he did exactly what he talked about for a full fucking year. I've been training since December.
This is so fun.
Dude,
So fun.
I needed this talk. I internalize all of this, and it builds up so much, and I don't ever express. I don't even express these things to Kim, my coaches. I don't get overly excited about these things. I internalize them, and it's like this burning fire. And then when I finally can start to talk about it and release it, it's like it's everything.
That's what this is all built on.
Yeah.
Because people want to hear it. Mm-hmm. People want to hear good shit.
Yep.
People want to hear you excited. I can say this with full confidence. Everybody wants to see you do this.
Yeah.
Everybody does. And everybody should want to see other people succeed.
Fuck yeah.
And if you don't want to see other people succeed, I'm not saying to you, go fuck yourself right now. If you have a hard time with seeing people or watching people or hearing about people succeed, you're not a piece of shit. I won't tell you you're an asshole, even if you might be. I'm going to tell you that you need to start taking some steps to do something for yourself. Do something that you would love to see yourself do. All those daydreaming things about you, those blips, because there's times whenever I'm a really big prick and I'm in a rough spot or anything like that, and I have a hard time seeing like the light or the good stuff. You need to go do something. Take time and just go do something good. Good for yourself, good for your soul. Maybe it might be a little out of character for you. You might feel awkward about doing it. Just go do it.
Yep. And
then every day take steps to do the good shit. You can still be a savage, but there's nothing wrong with being a charitable savage, with being a kind savage. There's nothing wrong with being a rough guy, but also being compassionate or caring. And it just takes one thing. One thing. Might be fucking opening a door. It might be being in line at fucking Dunkin' Donuts and paying for the person behind you, throwing an extra tip to somebody. Might be that one thing where somebody looks you dead in the eye and says, "Thank you so much." Snap. Those little things can go so far in your life because you could be in such a rut, or that person that's behind you at Dunkin' Donuts could be in such a rut where they were like, "I just need this coffee to get to my job. I just gotta have it before I go to my fucking job." They could have just got done having a fucking bullshit argument with their mom, their sister, their significant other, and you just gave them a little bit, little boost. Those things in life have helped me personally. and if you are having trouble hearing about people succeeding, go do something good, and then go do things that you would like for people to do for you. You do those things, I can promise you, without a doubt, things will get better. Because I know, because I do them when I'm in a bad spot. I was in a bad spot recently. And whenever I was like, fuck, I know I'm doing things that I shouldn't be doing. I'm just in a rut. And I've transitioned by saying, Seth, you got to do some good shit.
Yep.
Because no matter how good of a person I say I am or think I am, there's times whenever I'm a rough person. I'm a little intense. I'm a little over the top. I'm a little bit of a prick. I'm closed off. I push people that are good away from me. Those are normal things to do in life. And I got through it by just saying, there's a lot of good. You need to do good things for people. And
it's never too late to do that.
No, it's not. It's not.
You can have a lifetime of bad things you did, and tomorrow you can start to be that good person, and it can all get better.
Yes.
It can.
It's things that, and that's why I feel so passionate whenever I hear people talk bad about people or put them down whenever they're literally doing things that are just so profound. And like you said, if you've not been such a good person or been in a bad way, dude, just little bits. And I know because I personally went through it recently. And I don't talk about a lot of the charitable things that I do. And a lot of people, post about their charitable things. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have millions of dollars to do them. You just have to be a good motherfucker. And yeah. Do a good job. This was a spectacular podcast.
Awesome.
I really enjoyed it. Shane, thank you for doing such a good job and being 29 now.
Thanks.
I love that you're 29 now.
Almost 30.
Yep.
I have a gift before we wrap it up.
Oh.
What do we got?
You want to give Seth his first?
Yeah. Like, I know about these gifts, and then, I kind of bought myself one, too.
Big mouth? That's pretty cool.
We got them coffee mugs.
Look how big that fucker is.
Thanks, Bob.
Looks like a fucking flower pot. It's huge.
Everybody, I love my coffee. Welcome to the gun show. This is pretty fucking cool.
Styrofoam. I hate that shit.
Oh.
You should have
Oh
my God, Shane.
Man.
I didn't open that one.
So this is how you ruin a day. Okay. All right.
What do you got?
It has it's like a PlayStation controller.
Nice.
And on the inside, Game over.
I'm here to fuck shit up. These are wonderful.
This is pretty cool, actually.
That's really cool.
I'm gonna drink it like this. Look how big the arms are on that.
Oh, I love it.
This is
Wonderful.
great. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
Did we buy this, but you bought it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Shane may have racked up thousands upon thousands of dollars on the company credit card over the past week, just buying everything in the office. I started telling him, I was like, hey, whatever you buy, say Seth bought it.
Yes.
If something comes in and it says something from somewhere, be like, Seth bought it.
I haven't been asked to come into his office more in the last 2 weeks than the last 2 years, and it's usually to approve an Amazon purchase.
Yeah. September was a busy
He knows
month.
if he brings me in, it's like
Yep.
almost a
Yep.
sure thing.
Yep. Oh, I fucking love it.
That's
All right,
great.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for listening. Again, make sure you are being a good motherfucker. That is the most important thing right now. Take pride in what you do. Strive for greatness. Believe in yourself. Believe in the good and work hard for it. And don't take no fucking shit. Be kind, be generous, but be a fucking absolute savage. Have a good day, everybody.
Thanks.